Hello my gorgeous little witches, it is the Windy Witch back with another video. If you're new here, I am the Windy Witch. Welcome to my channel. Feel free to look around. I have multiple videos on multiple topics. Today we will be talking about the different types of divination within magic. Let's get into it. So without further ado, grab a chair, grab your drink. I have some tea today, no coffee, but it'll have to suffice. Grab a drink, grab a chair, gather around, and enjoy. So to start with divination, there are multiple different types of divination, but I want to touch on what divination is and why we use it in magic. Divination is the action or movement of using different methods of magic to contact the other side or spirits in general to get an answer to your question. Usually when you do different divinations, you have a question and you are trying to contact spirits or entities who have more knowledge, or maybe even your higher self who has more knowledge so that question can be answered. So let's get into the different types of divination. So the first form of divination I want to go over is one of the most widely known types of divination, and that is tarot cards. This is my Crystal Spirits Oracle deck. Oracle and tarot are a lot alike, but they are also very different. I suggest you look online as to why they are different and debate which one is best for you. I personally use either, but this is the deck that I will be showing off today to talk about tarot. So tarot cards are mainly used to bring about an answer. Usually when you are shuffling the cards, you will think about a question such as, how will my day go? Am I supposed to be with this person? What challenges are going to come my way? Etc. And you will either pull a card, or sometimes cards will fly out of your hand. And when you are given or buy a tarot or oracle deck, it comes with a booklet that has information about each and every one of the cards and their meanings. Usually, depending on what type of deck you get, you will have different imagery and different meanings for each and every card. Since this is my Crystal Tarot deck, this is the Jade card, and you can see a face in it, and yeah. So tarot, like I said, is used to get that answer that you were looking for, as is many different types of divination work. Tarot is, in my opinion, one of the most well-known types of divination, since there are multiple different types of witches and non-witches who will be tarot workers or pull tarot, who both identify and don't identify as witches. So now with tarot out of the way, I want to talk about the next type of divination, and that is pendulum workings, or pendulum, however you prefer to say it. This is the act of using a pendulum, which is essentially a crystal connected to a chain, a string, a piece of twine, basically anything. And you are holding it above either your hand. Some people will use a divination board, which has numbers and letters on it, and like yes and no or unknown, that kind of thing. And it's essentially asking a entity, spirit, or being, or your higher self to answer the questions that you are asking by moving the pendulum that you're holding. I compare it to a Ouija board. Now, Ouija boards are also used in divination, basically the same way, but I know Ouija boards have a lot of bad background and miscommunication with them, so I will not be going over those in this video, but that is what I basically connect them to, is a Ouija board, because of the numbers and the letters, and because of the entire setup being almost exactly like a Ouija board, but instead you are using the pendulum, which is like I said, a crystal of some sort connected to a string or a chain or something to get answers from a entity, your higher self, or a spirit from the other side. So the next topic I want to talk about is scrying. Scrying is a very wide variety of divination. Now, there are multiple types of scrying that I will go over, and the basic topic of scrying is looking into something or at something and trying to see pictures or objects within it. Now, you may do this with cloud gazing. It has been a more nature-based type of scrying and divination. When you look into the clouds to find a certain answer, certain object, or what you can make out of it that relates to you. This can be done with bark from trees. I know a lot of people will they'll bless the bark and then throw it into a fire, and when it is fully burned, pull it out and see what runes or images are left behind on the burnt piece of wood. Now, this can also be done with candles. A lot of people will look into the flame of a candle and see what they can picture, what they happen to see or recognize that may answer their question or what they are looking for. This is also where the concept of looking into the crystal ball has came from, because it is a form of scrying. There are also types of mirrors called black mirrors, and these mirrors are essential for scrying because they are essentially used for that sole purpose of scrying, where you look at your reflection or into the mirror in general, and sometimes the things that you see will change within the mirror. The basic form of divination being looking at something, or of scrying being looking at something to find answers and imagery within the thing you're looking at. Black mirrors are one of the best types of scrying magic to do because they are essentially made and created for scrying. It is very easy to see imagery within black mirrors because, like I said, they are created for that sole purpose. With fire and cloud magic and stuff like that aside, cloud scrying aside, there are a few more types of scrying, such as water scrying. People will get a bowl of water and they will stare into the water for the same purpose as the mirror or the flame or the clouds, and they will use this type of scrying to find the answers that they are looking for as well, and seek out imagery within the water. Now, this can also be done with tea, with coffee. People even do it with tea leaves. And there are many books on scrying. I recommend that you look into scrying if that is something you're into. And with that being said, that is about all for this video. I did want to touch on bicycle cards. They are essentially just a regular set of cards that older generations of witches have been taught to read. I don't know if it is still very common to read bicycle cards. Usually it's not, because people have gotten into tarot and oracle cards, but it is essentially the same thing, and they are fairly easy to read as well. I recommend you look into it if you are not the type to read tarot or oracle cards. But with that being said, I hope you all had a wonderful day. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you will look into the different types of divination to answer any questions you may have. Blessed be, guys, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.